Wednesday stream. Again, I'm just sort of playing what I've been working on lately, and I've just been really trying to fine-tune Mauve. So, yesterday I did a bunch of her silly deck, which I may do some more, we'll see. But now I'm sort of back to, this is the deck I've been working on. And it's starting to become my favorite deck. I used to really favor the Tempo Mauve list, but I've lost a lot of faith in it lately because it's really solid and it works well, but it just, the power level of a lot of the decks out right now makes just playing classic Tempo a bit tough. Like, you really need to do something a little crazy to keep up now. So, Darkfire accomplishes that. Getting those early, late game crazies gives you that extra push. While not quite as consistent as the Tempo list, it's just the raw power is important in today's meta. Of course, because of how the deck is constructed with stuff like Azurhorn Shaman and Nasher, you've got other things that are fun to use Darkfire on. Hey, Spider Hana, thanks for stopping by. You're at work? Oh. I get to play at work sometimes, but I don't get to stream. So, yep. So again, taking requests. If I don't get any requests, I'll probably just, play some of my Mauve decks since I'm just having fun with her.
Abyssian versus Lionel.
No, I hope you'll be able to at least stop by at 3 o'clock, about 3 hours from now, Spider, for the giveaway. Speaking of the giveaway, did you want to get another entry in before you have to leave here? Alright, Dispel is good, but it's a bit early for these guys. I'd rather Darkfire into that on turn 2. Hey, there we go. That's a pretty ideal opening. She doesn't tend to run swarmy decks and tends to run 4 health plus things, so let's just open with the Healy and go for that turn 2 Vorpal. Oh, that is not a thing you see very often. Well, and we know what we're doing. We're doing the turn 2 Vorpal. Yeah, I mean, that's... Huh. I'm curious... I'm sure it has to get off its counterattack at 4. Let's see, do I want to be super careful about it? Nah, I'm not too worried. I'm just gonna play it moderately defensive. Of course, oh yeah, and that card is actually really cool for Zirian. I just haven't seen it yet, but the more I'm looking at it, it's just a big old pile of stats that really complements her. I'm very happy with the Dying Wish and the ramp list now. I'm not sure what to do with my tempo list. I feel like Reaper of the Nine Moon... Like, the tempo list is still sort of sitting where it was at when I was trying really hard to counter Finality Magmar. But now it's, other than the inclusion of Azure Herald, or Azure Shaman. But I don't know what I'd want to switch Reaper for. Hey, Vexus. Just hanging out. Giveaways in 3 hours. If you guys want to get another entry in, you can. Interesting. Healed him rather than the enlistee. Odd choice. Now I get a free kill here. I do want to Dispel because it's Zira and she has a habit of turning into a giant monster that needs to be dispelled. Okay, well, I know that that's happening. I guess I'll replace the Vorpal. Okay. Well, I think I will just deny this globe. Alright, well, that's fine. Unanswered early Vorpal. That's so brutal. It's banned in a couple countries. The really short answer is because Bandai Namco is a Japanese company and Japan is really weird. That's the really short answer. The long answer has to do with basically big corporate companies have to deal with a lot of laws, and there are certain laws in places like Russia that don't get along with Japan and some of their contracts. So basically, they're not allowed to make profits in places like that. And since technically the game, does make a profit, they're not allowed to. So they can't yet until they do some new finagling of contracts with said countries. At least that's my understanding. Like, don't take that as gospel. That is just what I understood. Alright, well, let's see here. That definitely needs to die. Okay, I could toss it onto a spike there. Well, right, but they have to get permissions and stuff to do that. Trying to aggro zero him down is always a bad time, but we'll see what I can do. I had a great starting hand, but now it's getting a bit weird here. Starting hand was great. Maybe I should have just dispelled that. Starting hand was great, got the turn 2 Vorpal, but I haven't really gotten any on-curve plays since. Oh yeah, let me pencil Alex in for another giveaway. Yep, that's your third entry, Alex. Okay, well, I will pencil you in for another orb giveaway. Try to stop by around 3 o'clock. If you can't, there'll be a grace period of until my next stream, and then if you show up at any time, if you show up during the next stream, then you'll get it then. If not, I'll give it to somebody else. You are penciled in for a third entry as well, Spider Hannah. Ouch. Well, I mean, I could do quite a bit of healing myself here. I out-healed the Zerian? Probably not. I'm not gonna go face, though, at this point, because... Let's see here. If she has a Sunstrike or a Holy Immolation... Well, I guess if she has a Holy, I'm dead either way. If she has a Sunstrike... 3, 4, 5... If she has a Sunstrike, I live with 1 health. So I will... just hang tight, because I do want to die to Sunstrike. And Sunstrike's pretty likely. So let's just hope I live through the turn, and can then hopefully just Desolator spam to victory. Nice, Vaxis. Alright, what's he got? Light Chaser. Well, it looks like he's not killing me this turn, but yep, there goes. Classic Zerian sustain. But I can do Desolator spam. Oh, he's running away. I don't know. Alright, so I'll replace one of these. I'll probably just whip that away. Okay. Don't think I'm gonna bother. Alright, so we know this needs to go over here and murder us. And then... gotta attack there. I think we will Desolator. And pop the Desolator just so that we get dispelled, and that way we can provide a threat. And now we can back off here. I mean, you're sort of describing blast Baxis, and we have that. We have lots of, well, not lots of blast, but we have a fair amount of that, and it's mostly a Vitruvian thing. Uh-oh, God, am I about to die to that Sunriser? Oh, no. Ow. Oh, no. I guess I should not have used my BVS. That's true. We even have Blast on Thunderhorn lately. Okay, well, close game, but I decided to try to provide a threat, and I got punished. I could have prevented that had I body blocked the thing that could get close to me. So, well, that one was, I could have played that one better, but I got too eager to kill him, got greedy and punished. Well, I mean, you're sort of just describing a worse blast. That would be, yeah, you're mostly just describing a worse blast Baxis, and I just don't think that's necessary. I like Thunderhorn. Thunderhorn's fine. It's just some of the combos with him aren't so fun. Alright, so Xerix does swarm a bit, so holding on to the Nasher. Opening play there, just digging to see if I can get one of those turn 2 Vorpals. Populous! Alright, I wonder what list he's playing. Alright, way too early for Grandmaster here. May just have to play defensively here. I really want to look for a Dispeller or a Dark Transform, because it's important to have an answer to the Thunderhorn. So I think for now, let's just play another defensive Azerhorn. And let's just hang tight right where we're at. Probably... Yeah, no, I'm not worried about... He needs 6 mana to do any repositioning shenanigans. Alright, good. Dark Transform, right when I wanted, versus... Yeah, because Thunderhorn's pretty likely. Oh, he got the good spawn. Well, he got the good reposition. Well, that is a shame. I mean, didn't go to complete waste there, but 50-50 chance there. Worked in his favor. Alright, well, now we can clean this up. EMP is going to be a bit slow right now. That's going to be even slower. I mean, completely depends on the person, Coil. Alright, I think I want to do a Nasher play and just clean up his field here. Alright, so Nasher. Yeah, alright, so Nasher to here, so that it's cleaned up, and that protects me from any Lost in the Desert shenanigans here. No, like, I mean, plenty of people, myself included, have reached S rank with very, very budget decks, you know, under 2,000 spirit. And I mean, the fastest I've gotten into S rank is in 2 days or so, with playing, you know, about 50 games. Got to S rank, and that's about the fastest I've done. Okay, alright, so cleared. I'd rather not have to Darkfire that without another body next to it. But it is getting awfully close to the Grandmaster Varric's turn, which, yeah, I think we will replace the Vorpal. Okay, I think, alright, so here's the plan. I'm going to horribly waste a Dark Transformation. And then I'm going to get all defensive-like with this Shaman here. And then I'm going to sacrifice this. That way I can do Grandmaster next turn, while still defending myself from Lost in the Desert shenanigans here. Yeah. It usually takes me closer to a week, because I tend to play some funky, weird test stuff, or I don't get as long to play, or, you know, sometimes I just don't do as well, because while I'm a good player, I'm not the best player. I get... My biggest downfall is, like, I have a great tactical mind, but I'm very slow. Like, you'll notice I rope almost every turn. It's just, I struggle with the short turns. Oh yeah, I don't think of Duelist as a card game at all. Oh jeez, I'm getting aggroed down pretty hard here, though. Oh, there's so much position stuff, though. Thunderhorde is specifically a position-oriented card. Alright, so we'll get the Grandmaster Varric's turn here. Which has added benefit of... quite a few benefits here. The Grandmaster is down, so now we're in fairly good shape, given I'm likely about to get Blood of Aird for 5-7 damage and barely be alive, but that's okay. I can start doing some silly, awesome BBS stuff. Incoming Blood of Air. Yep, there it is. Is he going to go face, or is he going to clean up? He's going to do... I mean, obviously he's going to do some of both. Okay. Do the both. Ooh, second wish. Ugh, that definitely hurts here. Alright, so... Don't need this Darkfire at this point. Okay, that's... well, okay, no, I need to make this go away before it murders me completely. And then, okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to... Malice for 1. It's not fancy, but it's what I gotta do here. Start sustaining up, and... Oh, right, I don't get to control where it goes now. That's... that is a little bit of a concern there, but that's alright. I'll Hopefully I can just sustain my way back to the top here. It is a tough game. Celsius. Okay, at least he can. He can Lost in the Desert this turn. That would be really brutal. Alright, so I can Nasher. Can do a Nasher turn, which will unfortunately leave that Spelljammer alive. I think I can still recover from this. Alright, I'm going to replace the EMP, because I have a Dispel if I really need it, and I can't EMP and Malice now that it costs 3. Okay, so let's pull up here, do the Nasher play, which will make us 3 husks. Pretty nice. And we'll clean this up. And well, gotta kill that so he doesn't. Okay. Of course, I should have killed that. No. Well, hopefully he can't just Lost in the Desert combo me this turn, but very likely he can, which will be very unfortunate. Celsius, face. Well, I didn't get lost in the desert, but he just takes me down anyways. Oh well, got aggroed. Can't win them all. Not having the best streak right now. I lose both of those? I did. Oof. Well, I mean, the first one was my fault. I could have won the first one. That one just couldn't quite get anything to stick. Yeah, I've got tons of vet decks. I mean, obviously I've got my own Lost in the Desert decks. I haven't done a lot of work on other stuff yet. I mean, that's... And you can always check my master thread, which has over half of my current decks on it. But everybody's already seen a lot of Desert Vets, so I wasn't... Do I have anything else I guess I do have that deck, which is a little silly, but works. Well, I've got my Saj decks. Well, I mean, they're trying to stay true to their faction, not corrupt them like I do. Okay, well, I have one offbeat Xerix deck that isn't just a desert deck. Recent. Alright, so here it is. So, this is a super flood Xerix deck. Just spam the board full of things and call that good. Lots of dervish support. Lots of buffs. Pretty straightforward. Just, the Bloodbound Mentor, Crypto combo, just for really pumping out dervishes and getting them buffed up with Faraloo and Fireblaze and all the like. Let's go give that a whirl, since that's a little different from the usual desert vet decks that we're seeing all over the place now, which is largely my fault. I popularized them. Okay, can't search that way. go. I didn't play the deck a whole lot because you know, at the time I made it, Magmar was everywhere. Alright. Too early for Blood of Air, although shouldn't be so hasty to replace it either. So I've got a good turn 1 Crypto into a turn 2 Red Steel with BBS, so should be in good shape. Remember, there is an orb giveaway about 2.5 hours from now, so if you guys would like an entry in it, let me know. Oh, robbed. I mean, that's okay, I don't need it. I can still use any of the other globes with my red steel. I may want that Lightbender for his inevitable Wraith spawns. I'm pretty happy with the rest of this right now. So, yep, alright, let's go put a red steel in his face. And then I'm just gonna hang tight here. Well, I don't have any buffs that I'd want to do on the Cryptographer. I do need to be a tiny bit concerned about Dying Wish, so I'm gonna maintain my field so that I can clear his better. I mean, he may have Crypto in for his next turn, which then I can Lightbender and clean up. Red Steel can get nasty real fast, too. Damn it. Okay. Well, in that case, I think I'm just going to Rasha's to clean that up. Or, actually, no, I'm still just not too worried about it, really. I will just get my Mentor out. I'll get close enough to where I can contest that without too much issue here. I'm still pretty happy with everything in hand right now. Okay, so let's get a defensive Mentor. Clear this off. I think I'm going to go ahead and go in face right now. And I'm still pretty happy with everything that's going on here. You will BBS next turn, and I will likely just Lightbender all his stuff. And I'm still quite happy with everything in hand. For this matchup, yes, because Lilith really likes to run Chakram right now. And Chakram is very important to remove, and also just Rasha's is very good. Rasha's is just a great card all around. There's nothing else in the deck I want more than it right now. And that's the real kicker here. Okay, but now we can do the as planned Bender cleanup. He's running Mind Lift too. Alright, so I may just have to do the Rashas to clean up here. I can't afford the Bender. And I can already clean up the immediate threats here. Can always Bender next turn. Yeah, I'm going to replace the Sparrow. He's not looking very needed right now. Alright, let's... There's a good spot to... Gotta keep it safe, but in the action here. So yeah, let's get this out in a safe position and just hang tight here. And then he'll trade in with these, and then I can Lightbender them and hopefully something else to kill them. Okay. It's cleaning off that. That works. Give me a good Lightbender spot. Oh yeah. Well, okay. Not great, but not the worst. Okay, really don't need Duskweaver right now. Alright, well let's stick to the plan here. Lightbender down. Not the best use of Lightbender, but I have Blood of Air in hand, so I'm not worried about it. And now I can Iron Shroud, and just... Well, I guess I can do it again here. Start doing my own flood here. Now, just there's Grimoire, there's Mind Lathe, there's Chakram. There are a lot of reasons I want Rashas for this matchup. Darkfire, but I've been holding on to a Blood of Air, so whatever he's bringing out, I will take care of. Are we going to see a Varex? That would be pretty cool. What's he got for us? Ooh, Stygian. That's actually pretty concerning. That's terrifying. Yeah, if he has... Ooh, I'm in trouble. If he has Rush in hand, it may be over. But let's see what I can do here. So... guess pretty much just gotta hope we don't die to Rush here. But, okay, Lightbender, that'll clean up whatever he decides to put down here. If he has a Revenant, oh, that's gonna hurt a lot. Hopefully he doesn't have Rush in hand. As long as he doesn't have Rush in hand, I can just Lightbender away whatever he's done. Stygian is a card I've been wanting to play with, but I don't think I own any yet, and it's not terribly high crafting priority, but it is pretty dang cool. Alright, what is it gonna be? Just a super fat blood tear. Okay. Alright, no revenants, so I can just light bender away his nasty field here, no problem. Clean up. Where do I want to place this? I might just put it right in front of him here. No, I want to keep it out of the Shadow Dancer's reach. That's Stygian, the card I blood averred just a minute ago. Its Death Watch is... It has Death Watch. Give +2/+2 to everything in your hand. No, let's get that right on top of him. So I do want to try to get a Rasha's finish shortly here. Well, it's a 7 mana card that doesn't really do anything unless you have a field, and still doesn't do anything until the next turn. And there's that shotgun. Yet another reason why I've been holding on to this Rasha's. Rasha's is just very important. Now, if I get a good spawn on this Fireblaze, I win. If I get any of these, any of these two, I may not be able to clear that one. Dang, I got the worst possible spawn. Most unfortunate. Alright, well, let's see if we can find another buff. There's still a good chance at this. I've got lots of ways to buff this dervish. That is not one of them, unfortunately, though. But he is very close to dead. Nah, if he had that, he'd have already killed me. Alright, just Lightbender MVP. Stygian is a really cool card. I do want to start this. I have a couple theory crafts for it. I don't think Yeah, you're welcome, Collie. Let's see here. I don't know if I butchered its spelling or if I just don't have any yet. No, I just don't have any. But let's spend our gold. See what we get here. mean, I could craft it, I'm just not in a rush to right now. You guys still have some time to get an entry in for the orb draw at 3. If you guys want it, I believe only Alex has asked for one today. Oh, that's a boring orb. So is that. Rough. Jeez. I mean, I guess some rares, not that those matter much, but... Okay, well, I got a prismatic, so... 1 prismatic. These are some very unkind orbs. May be the worst pull yet. Okay, finally made up for it in the end there. But not with anything useful, unfortunately. Oops, nope, wrong. They didn't in the core set. And the smaller sets, yes. I'm not sure about this set, but I do believe it is a little bit low. I'm not upset about it at all. The only thing that bugs me is they still haven't come out and admitted it, despite that the community's... Well, no, they've admitted it. They never announced it. There's no drop rate, there's nothing to tell new players, hey, core orbs have the best drop rate. If they would just put that in the game next to the orb selection screen, like, hey, new players should start with core orbs. They have the best drop rate. That would be fine. It's just a little sketchy that, like, they can decide what the drop rates are. That's fine. They should be a bit transparent about it. Well, not a great haul, but that's okay. Stygian is super cool. I may just have to. What is my dust status at the moment? I'm sure it's not even close, but I did just get a bunch. I do have some stuff that I don't care about too much. Okay, I'm not too far off. Let me see if there's any trash legends I can pop off to. Get those Stygians. I don't think so. I think I want everything they have right now. Don't really need those dooms, but they're so pretty. I gotta keep them. He's a trash legend for the most part. Yeah, he can go. And I do sort of want those. Keep disenchanting them, because I always want the dust, but I do like them. They're pretty neat. Gotta keep at least one copy of him. Probably should get rid of him, but I have some fond memories of Rar. Can't get rid of my last copy of Astral Crusade. Can't do it. Alright, now everything else I either want or is a pet card that I don't want to get rid of. Alright, so, alright, let's get back to Mauve, because I had 2 losses. It's terrible. Still, given one of them was completely my fault, and the other one was a great game, but I still feel like she's really strong. Alright. Well, there is a... there is one way to make Astral consistent. It's not worth it, though, unfortunately. Alright, but let's see here. Okay, don't need EMP this early. 2 of those is a bit overkill. Not usually a swarmy deck on his side. I do like my shamans. Okay. Now do I want to open with the Herald? Or a shaman? Yeah, let's do the shamans. Well, actually, I probably should have done the healing mystic in case I found a dark fire, because that would have been a better sacrifice target. Yep, I did. Unfortunately, I have wasted my shaman for my turn 2 Vorpal. I should have gone for the mystic, but this is fine. This is fine. I still have a backup shaman, and turn 2 Vorpals are devastating. Well, at this point, now I can replace that. Another shaman. Alright, very little waste. Yeah. Alright. Let's see, I don't want it to die. I would like to actually buff him up with a backup shaman, so let's play it somewhat defensively here. Yeah, right there. And then we can clean up his field and do an Azerhorn turn next. Assuming there's any of these globes left, then I can get it on the Vorpal, the Shaman, and the Healing Mystic. Given he's likely just going to Blood of Arid, it will be sad, but this is fine. Oh, Sand Swirl. Alright. Cool. Alright, but I can still, so... 2, 4, 5. I'd like to be... well, no, I can just put something on it. So, alright, so let's, Healing Mystic myself here. Come down, grab this. And I do need to play around Desert a bit, so let's put this one close to me. Forward or back? Forward or back? It's got 8 health. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, let's put it here so we can't just completely clear it with, like, just in case he's running desert, I don't want him to be able to just trade everything in and then desert both of these. So we'll call that good, and I'm pretty happy with the rest of my hand still. X-Blade. Well, I guess that makes sense for the Sabotage Vet style stuff, so alright. Still not a great card, but it works. I wonder if I can cancel his spell. Oh, well, I guess first things first, let's get rid of that tile. Not a great Nasher spot and no way to proc him. It's a shame to get rid of the Vorpal, but it needs to happen. Well, let's get that artifact broken. Let's set up a... Just play around desert a bit here. I want to trade into that now, because I can do a Nasher turn next. Incoming! Sabotage Vet. Another Hexblade. Okay, solid, very solid. Well, now he's set me up for a very nice. And then so I can Nasher and trade in the Shaman. Okay, Vorpal can go. Although, if I pop here, that is tempting. I can't get the Nasher spot if I do it that way. No, I need the health buff from Shaman. That is too important. Alright, so Nasher, off the Nasher. Clean up, trade in, get those artifacts broken, and get Husk broken up. However, there's a fairly high chance I'm about to lose that Husk, which is going to hurt a lot. Because there's that 7 mana grapnel turn. The health is a bit uncomfortably low here. Well, doesn't look like grapnel. Yes. Let's just try to aggro me down. It's working. Alright. I mean, I might want that Dispel, but I really need to heal up. It is running a lot of swarmy stuff, and golems too, so I'm probably going to need that. I guess I've got to get rid of that because everything else is too important. Darkfire, could help recover my health a bit here. I'll probably just Darkfire though. Oh, actually, shit, that's a shame. I should have Nasher to clean up, but I should save the Nasher for if he's running whatchamacallit, the 5-mana golem. Just gonna Darkfire that in my hand. Too important to let die right now. I'm fairly safe from Soroka. That's the 5-mana golem that summons a bunch of golems. Save that for... Really like to find, any of my late game at this point. Like Varix or... Got a lot of late game in this deck too. I don't know where it's all hiding. That was not the most valuable Blood of Air. Oh. Come on, late game. Where you at? Oh, that'll do it. Not perfect, but that will work. Sort of a waste of a Darkfire, but that's fine. I'm more afraid of Desert, or yeah, I'm still pretty afraid of Desert. It doesn't look like he's running a Desert deck, but you just gotta respect that card. Where do I want to put it? I could also alternatively save the EMP and just push out this. Yeah, maybe I'll save the EMP. Do I want to pop the Nasher, or do I want to pop the Desolator? I will save that. Oh crap, I suppose that leaves him with this artifact though, which does suck. But because he can trade into that for free. But yeah, there may be... I want to try to bait another Blood of Air. The fact that he used one hints that he probably has a backup. So I want to see if I can bait out another Blood of Air. And save that to where there's something like an Aymara on the field that's really worth getting rid of. And I can just sort of try to Desolate or spam to victory at this point as well. Uh-oh. You setting me up for a desert play? Because that's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. That's what you've got. Hey, Deltrack, thanks. Oh, there it is! Ow! Oh, man, that hurt. Oh, that hurt so much. I could have played the Desolator a bit more, or the Nasher more defensively, which I should have. But alas, I did not. Which now has me in a very awkward position. Ah, boy. Well, I know I need to back off into this corner. It's got lots of ways to probably give me from 1 health. So can I even afford to Malice? Yes, I can, because I'll be at 3 health if I Malice. Alright, so Iris Barrier taken care of. And that's 3 health and protected from the desert. If I can. It's pretty brutal game. Oh, there's that reliquarian. He needs to. Oh boy, this is scary. Oh, is he gonna steal my desolator? He's gonna steal my oh god, he's gonna... Okay, grapnel. At least it wasn't the thing that let him get the instant value out of it this turn. I can get the reliquarian play by attacking the desolator. Okay, I might just win here. I think I can hit him with the husk because he failed the body block. Yep, GG. There we go. That was a... Hold on, let me replace, just see what I would find. Alright. Brutal game. Alright, here's the reliquarian. And there we go. Oh! Alright, remember, drop the orb giveaway is about 2 hours from now. If you would like another entry or your first entry, let me know. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty happy. The Temple Mob list I've lost faith in, but this deck isn't winning as much as I keep thinking it will. All the games are very close with it, though, so... Now, if there's any requests, I'm happy to oblige. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep playing this deck, because I really want Maud to be good. And I feel like she is. This weird stuff keeps happening. Now, let's play some of the Dying Wish variant, which has far less answers than the ramp variant, but it's got just a real steady stream of threats that is really hard to deal with. Okay, I got a request for Magmar. I can oblige that. Alright. Let's see if I have any fun Magmar decks that haven't already been played to death. I'm pretty sure everybody's sick of Ragnarok combo and Finality Vath, so we won't do that. I have a few other things in progress here. So I've got some Mech Starhorn. I've got some Twin Fang decks. Let's see here. I think the most interesting Magmar deck I have available right now is probably Twin Fang related. So let's... And Starhorn has not been getting a lot of play lately, so let's see if... Let's go play some Mathhorn. Okay. Or we could play some of the silly... Oh, okay, no, he wants to see Ragnarok specifically. Alright, what's the most interesting Ragnarok deck I have available then? Okay. Flood Ragnarok, no. Well, this is a weird experimental deck I've been working on. Just, you know, I've been really unimpressed by Prognator I've seen a couple people like Cybon post some swarm lists that they swear are good with him, but they all just look like they die miserably to any form of AoE. So I've been trying to put together a deck around him that isn't just dying, that doesn't just die horribly to AoE. This is sort of what I've come up with so far. So we've still got, Greater Fortitude, Egmorph, Ragnarok combos. But I figured if we're going to try to make Prog Gentner work, we really need lots of bodies. So I'm skipping most of the spells here in favor of just good minions. And so Wild Inceptor is a 3/3 body, which is pretty solid with Prog Gentner and makes a lot of sense with Ragnarok, especially since we're doing, the Crypto Bloodbound Mentor. So, I'd rather go for a body than more incur if I'm going to try and make Prog Gentner work. So, this is a very experimental deck. I don't know how good it is or how well it will perform, but let's go give it a whirl here. Right, I did want to try and fit another card into it, though. I'd really like to fit good old Primordial Gazer into this deck, but Spelljammer's too important. Prog Gentner is the entire deck's point. Bender's too important. Egmorph's too... Everything's too important. I mean... Although I am a little skeptical about the Kujata. I don't really have a lot of... Well, no. Yeah, there's really nothing... Okay, I don't need Kujata in this list at all. Let's get rid of that, but I do need enough 2-drops. Let's shove the Gazer in there for now. Could use a little bit more card advantage, so usually when deck's a little short on card advantage and short on a 2-drop, we have the new Replicant to help out there. I do need another 2-drop. Yeah, that is the idea. Maybe Wild Incept. No, I really do want my 2. There's really just probably not room for this Gazer, which is a real shame. Because I really want to fit him in this deck. I did have a Gigaloth Ragnarok, and it's decent. I'd very much like to fit Primordial Gazer, and maybe I shouldn't be so hasty in cutting the Kujata, since this deck does really want to swarm like crazy. Let's see, but it's a bit low on card advantage if I leave Kujata in there, because, yeah, it will run out of steam with Kujata and only Spelljammer for draw. So I think Replicant will solve our card advantage issue, combined with Spelljammer and the aggressive deck. I really want to fit Primordial Gazer. I don't want to cut Lava Lance, though, because I don't want to be horribly vulnerable to ranged. But maybe I should. I'm not considering I can just do egg hatching. I do have a surprising amount of reach with the deck. Well, let's just take out the Lava Lance for now, actually. I will probably regret it, but I want to fit that Gazer, and we really want to be running bodies in a deck that's going to run Prog Gentner. So, alright, well, experimental deck has just gotten even more experimental. Let me save it for my own. I just keep a word file of all of my experiments that I haven't put on a thread yet. So, alright, so here's its latest form. even more bodies than before. A tiny bump to card advantage. Less answers, but just all... Lava Lance is super good for Ragnarok. Like, it's very good and very important, but you do need a pretty healthy curve or some draw power if you're using the card. Which most of my Ragnarok decks have. But, this deck, if we're going to make Progenitor work, you really got to have the bodies to support it. So, it's just not going to look like a regular... Because, Progenitor is, it can definitely win games, but it's always a win more card. And usually when Progenitor wins you a game, it's in a game that you were probably going to win anyways. Alright. Don't need 2 Egg Morphs. But, yeah, let's just replace one of those. We have an opening play. We have a Ripper combo and Progenitor. Okay, we definitely don't need Spelljammer this early. Alright, well, Cryptographer open. We'll hopefully find a 3-drop or a 2-drop, which there are an excessive amount in this deck. Like, there's an excessive amount. This is silly that I'm not finding any. And there's a Chakri. I'm already regretting removing... well, okay. I replaced Lance for Gazer, so unless Gazer's in my hand, I can't say I'm regretting taking it out. Alright, Spelljammer, get out of here. I told you no. Well, What a terrible hand to start with. Jesus. Well, red steals a thought, but I was already having trouble finding room for cards. How frustrating. Well, I guess I will just globe contest here, since I didn't get another play. For the super aggressive low curve swarm deck, it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing right now. And if he teleports the Chakri over, at least I can Lightbender it. So, something. No. If you're gonna run Progenitor, you gotta run mostly creatures. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. I've been very unimpressed with the card. And I know some people like Cybon swear by it, but it's very win more, and it makes you play a deck that is incredibly vulnerable to AoE. So I've been experimenting with a very body-heavy, swarmy type deck. Ooh, lots of tilt stuff for him, but alright. Okay, well, 3 benders is too much, but unfortunately I've had a really bad opening play here. Alright, so we will Lightbender. I guess unfortunately he can just oh wait. Yeah, no, that's an Arcanist. So we know he has another Mist... Or no, maybe that was the Mist Dragon. Okay, I think he only had the one. So let's just pop this and do another egg and hope he doesn't... Well, hope he doesn't have another Mist Dragon. Yep. Very defensive egg. Well, I'll call that a turn. Not great, but not terrible. No, opening gambits do not work on anything unless they come out of your hand. So, you see, there's the keyword right there for opening gambit. You can see triggers in effect when summoned from your action bar. So unless they come directly from your hand, opening gambits don't happen. However, Bond bond could happen from an egg. So you can get healing off of Rangebinder. You can't get a second proc of Proggen. A little less than 2 hours before the orb giveaway, so if anybody else wants to try and get another entry in, now is the time. If I can... Fortunately, I can't... I really like to get a Bender over there, but... Well, if I find a 2-drop, I can. I could also just do a Proggen return. Alright, It's gonna have to be this that goes, which is a shame. No 2-drops. Jeez. I am just getting screwed this game. Well, I can just do the Proggen return and call that good. Not great, but could be worse. Where do I want his backup egg to be? Yeah, that's good. Alright, that's a pretty hefty field there. As long as any of these Rippers survive, you know, I've got some nasty Ripper combos up and coming here. Lots of hatching, lots of buffs. The lack of 2-drops is killing me, though. But if he doesn't have AoE, this is going to be pretty tough on him now. Alright, trading in there. Because if both these Rippers survive, I can make them into very scary monsters. No, I didn't. I did not attack with Ripper. Why? It wasn't in range. He has a Ghost Lightning. I'm going to be sad. Oh, well, he found another Misc Dragon. What? You can't kill both of them, hopefully? Let's see here. He's about to rope out. Ugh, Zendo. Disgusting. Oh, I put an egg in range. That's unfortunate. Alright, well, I get forced to attack. However, I might be able to just kill him. Let's see. Hold on. Alright, so that's 14 damage right there from the Ripper. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I'm just a little short of lethal here. If I could find another Greater Fortitude, I could win. If I had one more mana or Greater Fortitude, I could win. But, let's see. Alright, okay. 9, 10, 11. Hold on. Wait, no, I might have lethal exactly. Because I've got 14 damage Ripper plus... Oh, no. I just am bad at math. Alright, yeah, no, I have 22 damage on board, unfortunately. I'm just a little bit short, which means I unfortunately need to clean this field up. Alright, so I can Lightbender to stop some of this pain here. Oh, well, that'll kill that. Right. And then I can start doing some... Okay. Alright. Bring the pain! Oh, well, and next turn I can just do another Ripper combo. So if he doesn't have a way to kill me, I will just Ripper combo him to death. Hey, Zodact. How you doing? Nope, if he doesn't kill me, he's dead. It's too off-lethal that turn, but that's okay. I have lots of hatching. And I specifically did not use my BBS last turn because I knew it would just die, and I wanted to, on the off chance. Oh, and that's game. GG. There we have it. I had a horrible hand, but Progenitor... I mean, he is a strong card, but you just really need to be building around him with lots of bodies. As long as... Which is, what Saibon was doing, just running, dedicated Swarm with tons of 1-drops. Congratulations, Alex. So, like, he was just going over the top, like, play a bunch of 1-drops, play Progenitor, pray there's no AoE. I just don't like that, because it's, while powerful, it's very... Is there AoE? Yeah, well, I guess I lose. No? Alright, I guess I win. I do not like that style of deck. That does not make for an S-rank deck if you just fold when you get hard countered. I'd rather have a little less raw power, but a lot more consistency. And so that's what I've been trying to do here. So just skipping most spells in general in favor of bodies, skipping most of the high curve, going for very low. But it just might be a very effective deck here. Alright, well, shall I do more of that? Since it did go pretty well. Or shall I go back to Mauve and keep trying to make her work here? Deck's curve is actually feeling a little high now, especially without Kajata. But I also just didn't find any 2-drops that game. There's nothing in there I want to cut for another 2-drop, though. Everything's just too important. I think it's probably in good shape. Well, let's play another one, because one game is hardly a sample size. Actually, just a moment. I'm going to take a very quick...
Magmar
Oh, nope, never
versus
mind.
Magmar.
Alright. So, here's a great test. We know we're going to be running into a lot of AoE. And the normal Ragnarok Swarm deck would just fold miserably in this matchup. But I think we're set up in a way that we should be very resilient to AoE. Alright, they've got a great turn 1 open here into a turn 2 Bloodbound VVS. Very nice. That's an ideal opening. Saving the Bender because it's important to deal with that. I mean, even this deck is still pretty vulnerable to AoE, but unlike the normal Scythe Swarm deck, it's filled with, some solid mid-range picks and just some extra combo tools. Turn 2 Lava Lasher, no surprise. But that means he left that globe for me, which doesn't actually matter much, because I'd probably prefer to play the Bloodbound Mentor defensively, but I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to pump out those eggs. Because if one egg survives, next turn I can Lightbender his face. Just in case he's running Rebuke, though, I'm going to trade... No, I can't. Oh, shame. That's a shame. He is going to get that Ripper Egg regardless, but... Yeah, no, I'll trade that in. If one of these survive, then I can Bender and Fortitude him. There's those Raptors. They didn't show up at all last game, and they're pretty important. Hey, Mr. Mana, thanks for stopping by. Right. Is he going to leave the Ripper Egg? Or does he have a... Oh, he has an Elucidator. Well, so he killed the Ripper and left the Bloodbound and didn't use his PPS. All sorts of weird choices there. But, I mean, I guess that worked. I'm pretty well surrounded. I can't effectively use this now. Alright, well that does the trick, I guess. I'll replace one of these Benders now. Okay, well I have a combo next turn, but he did not give me an opportunity to dispel his face, which is unfortunate. What I can do is I can just do an egg hatchet to clear this Lava Lasher, and then I can spread out. So let's do that. Is this nearby? No, it's any egg. Okay. Alright, we do want to play around Mecanter here. I guess it's not his Mechanic turn, but still just a good habit to be in. Let's clean this field up. Oh, good. We've got our Ripper combo, but unfortunately, Vath makes it very hard to do with his BBS. But we've been saving a Lightbender. We have to catch him. We have to catch him on a turn where he can't BBS the turn after we Lightbender. Alright, cleared an egg. Probably going face. Okay, natural selection. This is definitely the deck's worst possible matchup. Especially since it just doesn't have... Oh yes, it's exceptionally good with Raptor. Raptor is one of the large backbones of the deck. Well, have a combo, but we can't use it, unfortunately. And that Elucidator is just tearing into us here. Now, yep, this deck just can't beat Vath, which is why I've been unimpressed by the decks all around. I mean, Bender works. I may just be forced to Egmorph. Ugh. Well, I may just have to do the... Alright, well, I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta not die, so... Play around the Cantor. Try not to die. Alright. No good Mecanter for him. I don't have a combo anymore, but I may be able to draw into another one, so I can, you know... So yeah, no, the Swarmy Ragnarok decks, they're cool, but they're too easy to hard counter, even when you really build into them. Like, as often as they completely and utterly wreck the opponent, they just roll over and die. So, that is about how I feel about the Swarmy versions, which is why I just don't really like Progenitor, because you have to make Progenitor worth it at all, you gotta build in a way that makes you just roll over and die to, well, Vath. Alright, there's that Plasma Storm. And, alright, well, we get our Lightbender turn. So, we get our Lightbender turn and a Raptor turn. I may even want to... Do I want to dispel my Raptor? Well, let's replace the Slithar. We know that needs to have... Hey, well, we got another Egmorph, so that's cool. Nah, I'm not going to dispel my Raptor. Alright, so... Bender... Run away... Body block... Pray... And yes, Egmorphing the Raptor in particular can be very devastating. Ooh, I could get... Oh, I could just win next turn. If he doesn't answer my raptor, if he doesn't kill me and doesn't answer the raptor, I win. I'm about to just win. Oh, am I dead? Am I dead? No, I shouldn't be dead. I should be. I think I'm about to win. I think I'm about to win this game with 2 health. This is going to be great. Oh, come on. End your turn. Attack my face. Just do what you're going to do. Let me win. Come on. Ah! He's tasing me. Fairly confident I just won. Alright, yeah, GG. Alright. Wham! Oh boy. Alright, get combo. Ah. Well, he was assuming, because Frenzy's keyword says attacks all minions around it, so you would think it would, but it doesn't. Well, okay, so yeah, alright, Raptor carry! Okay, we beat the deck's worst possible matchup. Which are Raptor? I mean, Raptors are really, really important. Like, they are one of the large backbones of the deck here. Okay, maybe. I keep saying this deck is bad, and it keeps winning. I keep saying my Mauve deck is amazing, and it keeps losing. Why? Alright, I'm going to start the queue, and then I'm going to grab a really quick snack while the queue is going, and I will be back. Do I have any other requests? Why are commons always more powerful than legends? Because that is a very, very good design philosophy. Their design philosophy is legendaries are for niche or difficult to use strategies. Legend doesn't mean powerful, it means fancy. Uh, basic means it's very simple and powerful. There are of course fringe cases that are, they're not always that way. There's exceptions, but for the most part, the divine philosophy holds true. Most of the raw power is in commons and rares, but they're all very simple, easy to use effects. Then you get, very powerful, but synergistic and you have to really build around them legendary cards, and that's just good design philosophy for the most part. Anyways, hey Red Pill, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to start this queue. Do I have any other deck requests other than playing this weird experimental deck? Sarlacc, Cass, or Riot? What? I do not have a Sarlacc Cassiva deck. Sarlacc is not a card I would play in Cassiva. And if you want me to play something that weird, you're going to have to subscribe, sir. I mean, I can play Midrange Wrath. I'm surprised anybody would ask for that, but I can play my sexy lizards. I figured everybody was quite sick of that, but pull up my sexy lizard deck and take a look at it here. And this is sort of my go-to mid-range Finality Wrath here. Ah, yes, I do love my bottomless abyss frenzy revenants, but everybody keeps quitting like punks right before I get to do my combo wombo finishers. But ah, okay, hold on. Are you trolling with me, Ybot? This is like the 10th time I've had to answer that question. Yeah, no, you're trolling with me because I wasn't even on that screen. But I will answer it one more time. After I quick recap my mid-range wrath deck, it's pretty straightforward. A little bit of ramp early game, uh, all the AOE, all the removal, Armada, Finality. Yep. All right, okay, so the reason why a large portion of my Lionar stuff looks awesome is because a friend of mine, Quasi Quimby, is like, hey, why don't you play Lionar very much? Yes, Red Pill, today is the giveaway. It's in about an hour and a half. If you guys want to get another entry chance, if you haven't gotten one today, let me know and I'll pencil you in. Anyway, so yeah. So Quasi Quimby is like, why don't you play a lot of Lionar? I'm like, well, I'm an Abyssian main, and I don't really like their holier-than-thou paladin archetype. And they're just sort of the exact opposite of my thing, and, paladins and necromancers don't get along. He's like, well, if I made them into cool death knights, would you play them? I'm like, yeah, for sure, because I actually love Lionar's mechanics and cards. I just don't like their color scheme. But so now that I have my badass Death Knight Lionar, I play them a lot. As for how you get them from Quasi Quimby doesn't have them uploaded anywhere publicly. He gives them out for free when he likes people, or I can send you his Discord ID. He will either give them out for free if he's feeling nice, maybe charge you a nominal fee, or tell you to subscribe to me. Well, one of those three things will happen, whatever, but I don't want to step on his toes. It's his skins to give out. So, alright, let me catch up on. Alright, so we got alright, Epic Red Pill getting penciled in for another entry. Epic Red Pill, this is actually your third entry. Alright, Black Waltz. Let's get you. Black Waltz, also your third entry. Okay. Faceless Paggle. This is your second entry. Ybot, I am allowing a small grace period. If your name gets drawn and you're not present, then if you show up to my next stream, then I'll give it to you. But if you're not there for my next stream towards the beginning, then I will re-roll it and give it to someone else. So I will pencil you in, and you will have a small grace period if your name gets drawn. Just pay attention to my stream thread or when the next one will be. So, yes. Alright, so I believe that's everybody who asked for a pencil in. Yep, okay. That's all the new requests. Okay, Zodact will get a second entry as well. Alright. So it sounds like, oddly enough, people actually want me to play Sexy Lizard mid-range Vath. I suspected everyone was thoroughly sick of that, but if that's what they want, that's what they want. So, Sexy Lizards it is. I will start the queue, and then I'm going to go make a snack while the queue is going.
Magmar versus Vanar.
Alright, snack is heating up. Have I missed my turn? No, I have not. Alright, bit early for Armada. A bit early for Drogon. Ideally, we find a flash for our turn 1 Sunsteel. If not, we have a Cryptographer. Alright, natural selections may not be terribly useful if she's playing lots of walls. Okay, we will not Cryptographer. We will Kujata to try and go for the turn 2 Lava Lasher. Yeah, we can get a turn 2 Lava Lasher with Flash if we really want it. That's far too vague of a question, Alex. Okay, start with a faction or an archetype. I do not want to recommend Spelljammer because I only like Spelljammer in really dedicated aggro decks. If aggro is your thing, Spelljammer is great. But if it's not, I don't like it. Alright, let's see. At this point, probably not going to need the flash. No, let's just hold on to this for now. Okay, if you like Swarm, as in Swarm Abyssian, okay, well, if you like... Alright, so... If you play Abyss, the most important Abyssian card to craft, period, is Desolator. For Swarm specifically, the next most important is Soul Grimoire and Furor Chakram. Alright. Snack ready to go. Just waiting on opposing player, but he can take as long as you want because I have roped like every turn already. Yep, the Soul Grimoire is very good. Alright. Well, we could actually go for the Armada play, which isn't ideal, unfortunately. Let's see here. So you normally cost 6. The Kujata doesn't... I could also just, Nope, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I am going to Sunsteel, trade the Kujata in, and natural selection this, and then next turn I can do an Armada BBS with Flash. Let's see, let's block off his escape so the Sunsteel can get some work done. Deathfire Crescendo is nice. I do like it, but Soul Grimoire is more important because of how it counters AoE. It used to be the other way around. A long time ago, Deathfire Crescendo was the better card because it gave you more reach, but nowadays there's so many good so many good swarm counters that Soul Grimoire is just more important. I still personally typically just go Chakram, Grimoire for sure, and then sometimes I'll do Crescendo as well. I'm not a big fan of Soul Shatter. Alright, place the Gajata, continue to play around phase shenanigans. Do I want to play a defensive Armada? I don't have a good defensive Armada spot, so I'm going to shove it in his face. If he doesn't kill the Armada this turn, he is in for such a bad time. Such a bad time if he doesn't kill it. Well, okay, I guess Luminous Charge prevents that. Ooh, that's gonna hurt, but I think I win if I do it. Alright, so I get 5. Yep, okay. I win. Ow! There we go. Nah, mid-range Finality Vath is still one of the best decks around. Alright. What else do people want? If I don't get any request, I'm going to go back to trying to make Mob good. You want me to play a Gate deck, Alex? I'll think. I'll think about it. Let me see if my Gate decks are updated. I like Gate. It's just not as good as I wanted it to be. Alright. So I heard a request for Nether Summoning and Gate. I don't have a real updated Nether Summoning list yet, but I am working on it. I do have my Black Gate deck, which is very solid. So basically this deck's idea is just supply a really constant stream of threats, and your opponent's just not going to have enough removal for all of them. We're running Lilith, so Fear Chakram Reaper is almost a given. Black Solus is a very niche card, but he fits well here. Originally, I made this deck during, the Finality Magma Dominance, so Black Solus was really good during that tiny window of time. But he fits again here because he's another massive threat that is complemented very well by the Furiosa Crypto Inkling package. Massive threat, massive threat, massive threat, massive threat, massive threat. And that's just what this deck does. Just tons of threats, so they will either be in a reactive position and run out, or they will have run out and not be able to answer something like Gate. Either way, you're in a pretty good shape. And of course, we've got Timekeeper and the other Abyssian build unit. Where'd it go? It was right there. It's gone. There it is. All right. It's a pretty solid deck. It's got answers. It's got threats. It doesn't have a lot of healing. And ultimately, some of its threats aren't optimal. But they all complement each other really well. Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun with my Kara Vesper decks.
Songhai versus Abyssian.
Alright, well, got Gates and Timekeeper, so we need a opening play. Let's see. Most likely Mantra, so probably not going to need answering. Desolator is important, but I don't want to replace a gate, but I need to. Okay. Oh, I replaced the prismatic one. I didn't even notice. My bad. Ideally, we do Crypto with Black Solus, but that is not likely to work. Let's just replace the Black Solus, unfortunately. Alright, well, let's see what we draw. Okay. Nope. Alright, we'll just do this opening here. Running away like a punk. Probably going to gate. Okay, don't need this at all. No, actually, I can break off that artifact, so I'm going to do that. That's important. And then that Desolator will very likely absorb no BS, which will clear the way for gate. At least that's the idea. It's sort of the deck's whole stick. Artifact. Fancy. I could also Black Soulless this turn. Let's go for the gate. Where do we want this gate? Yeah, let's just shove it down here in the middle. Call that good. We'll do Black Soulless next turn. I still don't actually like Lurking Fear in Lilith. It's like, ironically, the only place I don't like Lurking Fear. Lurking Fear is great in the other generals and not really Lilith. That's okay. That's damage not going at my face. I mean, that's what the deck does. It's just lots of threats. Could probably just replace the Timekeeper at this point. Now, of course, I place it and draw the Void Talon right at the 7-mana turn. That's how it goes. But I can do another massive... I can do 2 Black Soulses here. Both will be pretty scary. Crescent Sphere. Ghost Lightning. He is... Oh, he's got range too, doesn't he? Alright, well, gotta break that stuff, so that's gonna happen. Preferred to wait for the Black Soulless, but it is what it is. No bloat for him. At least I've broken off most of those. Alright, Chakram will maybe be able to do some work. Black Soulless is just not... Okay. Okay. Demonic Lure is going to do nothing in this matchup. Okay, well there we can do a Timekeeper Void Talon, so that's something. If he leaves us a field, we can Pure Chakram. If he doesn't, we can Timekeeper Void Talon. Mr. Mana's correct. He just... Oh, he has backstab. Okay. There are ways to force deck outs, but it's just not effective. Well, we can Chakram, which will push a bit of damage. Right. Solus is just not going to be doing much right now. Let's lock his mobility down. Wait. Okay. Keep him away from our back. No Spell Sentinel for you. Stay in range. Oh crap, I just set myself up for backstabbing. Oops. He doesn't have any... I'm not going to go face. That's not a good idea. Probably should not have put myself there. Okay, well, I've got a... I may have game next turn just with Void Talon Timekeeper here. Depends what happens here. I could play more Q today. Oh, he's running away. Interesting. He's scared of that Void Talon. I might still have game, though. Yep, I have game. Cool. Chakram for the win. Wham! Alright. You are a subscriber, Black Waltz. I do need to keep that subscription. Ah. You're not abusing it. You are using it. And you using it encourages other people to try and get a hold of it, so that's fine by me. Alright. So, obviously we can... Does decking myself out count, Black Waltz? Because I could play some more of my Mauve Q deck, because that was a lot of fun yesterday. The only other thing that comes close to actual deck out here is that miserable failure of my Q Starhorn deck. Well, I'll see what I can do. Let me see if I can dig up that horrible failure, which does work, because I don't like her. I just don't like Zirian. She's just not my thing. And Quasiquimby is only reskinning the cards I actively use, because it is a lot of work. I mean, it's just doing it as a favor for me. Alright, here it is. So, pretty much a failure of a deck, but basically, it's another Q deck. It'll be easier to just play than to try and explain. Hopefully it doesn't fail miserably like it probably will. The reason why Eternal Heart is in there is because it's an important part of the combo. If you are in a deck out position, if you have 1 health and no cards in deck, and you play Tectonic Spikes with an Eternal Heart on, you will survive. Despite that, you will take 6, you'll take 2 damage for each card you fail to draw, so 2, 4, 6 there, which, would theoretically break the heart, but everything has to resolve first. So how that ends up working is you play Spikes with 0 cards in your deck, you take 6, 9, you take 9 damage. You take 9 damage, and then your heart breaks and you survive with 1 health. And the reason why there's nothing like Spelljammer in here is because in order for Q to work with this deck's combo, I need only 2 drops. So this deck can actually mill out an opponent, or it can just burst people down with guaranteed spike combos.
Vitruvian.
So we can use Seismoid, we can use Spikes, and we can use Q to either pull off a guaranteed combo or actually properly mill the opponent. I have to remember how the deck's math works, though. Can't remember if I'm supposed to Q on 6 or on 7. Let's see. So, 6 mana, draw a card, 7 mana. 7 mana will allow me to play... Ah, crap, I didn't look to see if this was the version with Flash or not. Okay, Ariki will work. Alright, so 7 mana, so draw... Alright, so... Okay, no. Yeah, we Q on 6, spend a turn just drawing cards on 7, and then try to combo at 8. Goodbye, Ariki. You betrayed me. I don't need all these spikes this early. Alright. Defensive Kajata. Opening Gambit. Opening Gambit. Draw a card. Scary Ariki. It's not bad to have Qs in hand, because if they're in the deck, they can mess up your combo. Hold on. Alright, so I have 3 spikes, 3Q, 2Q, 3 spikes, 2Q, 3 Star Horn, which leaves 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, and the Eternal One. So 9 cards in deck after Q. We draw a card at the end of the Q turn. So that leaves 8 cards left in deck. We could then ideally Desi spikes the next turn, which will leave 4 cards left in deck. I don't know. If we're lucky, he'll run a lot. I mean, I did work really hard to try and make the deck good. It's just not great. No, yeah, it's still better to have the Qs in hand. And technically, we could Q this turn, but we need more mana. We need at least 7 mana to even do any sort of combos here. Alright, let's draw a card. Early Q will just mess us up. I guess we can just do another Ariki here. Don't want to replace any of this, but of course this isn't a bad time to do another spikes either. Let's see. Okay, I can take this globe here. Or I can play an Ariki defensively. Don't want to destroy an important card, but we're going to do it. Hopefully we don't get terribly punished for that. Well, maybe. We'll see. Hope we don't burn something important. Didn't burn anything important. I mean, the Eternal Heart isn't 100% necessary, but it's often important. Alright, opening gambits are important. Okay, we don't need the spikes right now. Okay, we can get a healthy amount of opening gambits here. Give him a nice heal. No, not there. Gotta play around desert just in case. Actually, yeah, no, okay. So, heal up you. Ah, crap. Mistakes have been made. I can no longer kill the... Well, I guess I can. I can just leave him around. No, I don't have a mech out. Well, real crap. Mistakes have been made. I guess I should just clear the Falcius. What a waste. What a waste. Alright, so we've got Q next turn. And spikes in hand. Alright, good. So combo will be coming soon. That is correct. There it is. Can give it a read there. And this is the closest thing to an actual mill deck I've found. It doesn't often actually mill, but it can. I don't quite understand what Black Waltz is asking for. I've tried that before, and it's just not very effective. Mara is a little bit concerning, but probably fine. Alright. Alright, yeah, time to queue. You can go and block the Aymara's path and get the Q on his face here to be able to push more damage shortly, hopefully. And then, yep, just press damage. Now, using Q to just delete your opponent's early game is not good, because that means they will draw their late game, which you don't want. You can try to use it as sort of just an alternative to draw power, but no. Alright, we're good. We're good. Got 6 cards left in deck. I screwed up. I wasn't supposed to replace before I did the Q turn. It's been a while since I've played the deck. Ow, lost in the desert. Painful. Yes, but that's what tectonic spikes is for. And when you're lucky, they run a lot of 2-drops, and then we can actually mill them. It looks like I'm going to just die to Aymara here, but that's okay. Made a couple mistakes. It's a weird deck. Alright, this Q is no longer serving a purpose. Alright, so let's see here. If I play Decimus, I'm going to go down to 11 health. He's got 7 damage on board. I live with 4 health. Alright. And that's where the Eternal Heart comes in. So basically, here. Alright. So assuming I live through the next turn, you will understand why the Eternal Heart is important. So basically, alright, so now I've got my entire deck here. So next turn, I can, if I live through this turn, next turn I can equip the Eternal Heart and play Deci Spikes, and even if I have 1 health left, I still live through that combo despite the deck out potential. And that will almost certainly kill him. That's the question. I'm hoping there will be. If I live through this turn, I win. It is a big if, though. As long as I live, I win. Even if he steals this with his 7-mana combo, that's fine, because Eternal Heart lets me live through the entire cycle thing. Yeah, there are lots of things that could ruin my day here. I know, but, I mean, this is all I got. As long as I live through this turn, I win. He does certainly have plenty of ways to kill me. I'm hoping he goes for a grapnel play, because if he goes for a grapnel play, I win. Oh, okay. He's not healing. Not that matters. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Please, please don't kill me. Yes, he went for the grapnel play. GG, I win. Alright, so now we go Eternal Heart, Decimus, Norm, and at the very worst, we could have still gotten a draw, too. But thanks to Eternal Heart, this will be a win. Because despite taking a crap load of damage from decking out and his Decimus, Eternal Heart cannot break until this whole thing ends, and then we end up living with 1 health. See, that was a victory. Yeah, we won with 1 health. Oh, ripped off. But yes, we win with 1 health, and he loses. It was a victory. We saw the victory screen. It's supposed to be a victory. And that is how it's supposed to work. Well, there you have it. That's the closest I have to an actual mill deck. I won. I was supposed to, anyways, but the game crashed on us. The reason I won was because all the effects had to end before Eternal Heart broke, meaning all the damage happens, Heart breaks, I live with 1 health, and you die. But the game exploded from awesomeness. Yes, yes. Killed the opponent, killed duelist. But yeah, that is the closest I have to a mill deck. And, if they're running a lot of 2-drops, you can indeed. I did check match history. Match history was glitched, but it's supposed to be a win. Alright, I'll play some more Big Abyss. Yeah, that is the closest to an actual mill deck I have. My rank doesn't change because it's an in-processing game. The rank won't change until the process, I don't know if I broke Duelist or if their servers are just shitty as usual. But, alright, well, that was a good time. Alright, but I've gotten a couple requests for more Big Abyss, which I'm always happy to oblige, because it's probably my favorite deck. We've only got about a half hour. Usually, yeah, but the heart fixes that. But it also seems to have glitched the game. Not sure if latest patch messed up the interaction or their servers just crapped out on us. I mean, clipping's not really necessary. You can always just link to the timestamp in the video. Correct. But since they all happen at the same time, they all must resolve before the artifact breaks. When Heart breaks, you live with 1 health. Oh god, can we not even watch the replay? Yeah, no, there's no replay, there's no nothing. It's just, nope, bork. Okay, alright, I'll call that a victory. Oh boy. Exploded the game. Alright. GG. Good times. I hope that's worth a Christmas subscription from somebody. But speaking of subscriptions and monies and giveaways, got about a half hour before the giveaway, so if anybody would like to get an entry in for today, well, I mean, Aggro Cassiva is not a complicated deck, but it's also very tier 2 nowadays. As for Big Abyss, I don't know. I do great with it, but it definitely does have some finer points. Let me pull it out here. Ah, yes. I was pretty sure it worked that way, but I was confident it worked that way because Nether Summoning has the same bizarre wording, and that's how Nether Summoning works. So I based my gut feeling off of that. Anyway, so this is my Bottomless Abyss, my only, current S-ranked Abyss list. Well, I guess technically I still have my mob listed as S-rank, but I'm not so confident anymore since... But it is my go-to Abyss deck and an old favorite of mine. I seem to have crashed the client. Alright, Alex, well, you should be back in time for the giveaway then. I mean, there's the grace period. You can show up by the end of the stream or during the beginning of my next stream. But it does appear I crashed the client. Alright, gotta restart Duelist. Yeah, I really, really exploded things with that last game. But that's what I do! Alright. Duelist crashed. Alright, King Coco, that's your second entry. Hold on. Wait, you didn't... No, yeah, that's your second entry. Yep, you're good. Duelist rebooting. Yep, giveaway's in about half an hour. You have 2 chances, Zodak. I'm going to end up just doing this giveaway by hand here. Just pull up a random number dice roller and assign numbers to everybody. Well, I mean, I've got plenty of S-ranked decks on my master thread. Abyss is in a little bit of a weird spot right now. Because they have a lot of powerful decks, but most of their powerful decks have really hard counters. So... And their decks without hard counters all tend to feel very like tier 2. Other than that bottomless Abyss deck that I have, which is why it's my favorite, because it has performed well for me for every expansion with small changes. And I'm working on testing and refining the rest of my Abyss list, trying to get another... Right, we had a couple of other... Like, we had some S-rank Unbirth lists, but then they nerfed the Metal Tooth Unbirth interaction, and that lost a lot of consistency. So yeah, Abyss is just in a weird spot right now. Powerful decks, but hard counters, or decent decks that are just tier 2. Other than this one, which is my baby. Oh, Mr. Mana, you can only get 1 entry per day. Although I don't think are you on my list, Mana? You are not on the list. Did you just not ask to be entered, or did I forget you? Scrolling. Okay, I think you just didn't ask. Alright, but yes, Bottomless Abyss, just a couple 2-drops that are utility picks, healing or dispel. Their main purpose is to contest a globe turn 1 to Darkfire yourself up of Oracle Reaver. Turn 2, we've got the Furor Chakram Reaper package, since that's the Lilith staple, Desolator staple, Ritual Banishing staple, Demonic... a lot of staples, really. Basically just all the staples, plus then we add in Ramp and late game. And then, of course, my favorite is Chakram Revenant. Good times. But let's hop in a game with that. I will never complain about playing it. Oops, somebody messaged me. I suppose I should send a support ticket. How do I even do the thing? Yes, recently. It used to work. I don't even know how to do the thing. Nope, I don't know how. Oh, wait, there it is. It just popped up for a second there. There you are. Hold on, what game was it? It was... But yeah, you can check my master thread. I have a section for just top tier S rank decks. Okay, so the 2 p.m. December 27th, Pseudo-Lucian. 2 p.m. December 27th, game versus Pseudo... Oh, I don't know how to spell his name. That is okay. They'll get the point. Played my Eternal Heart combo, which should have resulted in me winning with 1 health, but it instead crashed the game for both players. This is not a support ticket thing, is it? This is a search. Okay, contact us. Alright. Bug report. You guys don't get to see my email. Alright, moment. Okay. Death. Advocate. Client. I'm using PC standalone. General name. Magmar. Starhorn. Game mode. Season ladder. Eternal Heart. I suppose I could attach a... Okay, I can totally... Oh, I can just leave a link to the game. Right, because how that works is Eternal Heart, if you go to 0 health, so if Eternal Heart breaks and you were to go to 0 health, instead Eternal Heart breaks and you end with 1 health. So Heart would have put me back to... Yes, I'm going to put a link to the Twitch game with the appropriate timestamp. Just give me another moment here. I wasn't going to do this, but everybody was so insistent on it. So I guess you guys will just have to bear with me for a moment. Does anybody know what the rough timestamp was while I pull up said game? So I can link it to the appropriate time. Okay. Loading. It's fairly recent, so it's got to be towards the end of this. Alright. Nah, fancy combos. Fancy combos exploding the game. All kinds of good stuff. Alright, close to the end. Alright, a little too far. Yes. Alright, there we go. That's a good timestamp. Alright. Setting, copy video URL. Live stream of when it happened. Boop. Alright, there we go. Timestamped, ticket submitted. You guys may now look at my screen again. There we are, message sent. There we go. Okay, ticket submitted. Let me get that bottomless in. There was a request for it. There we go. Get a game with that in, and then we'll start working on the giveaway. So, running out of time to get your giveaway requests in, guys. Yes, this is my... Alright, so we just need a 2-drop, and we can go for that turn 2 Vorpal, which is the deck's signature. There we go, we've got Chakram to follow it up. All kinds of good things happening in this hand. Turn 2 Vorpal incoming, into a Pure Chakram follow-up shortly after. And the Chakram is great with Celerity or with the horde of Wraithlings he produces. Oh, robbed. I have been robbed. Robbed. I guess... I don't want to replace Banishing, but I don't want to replace any of this. Alright, well let's pop that. See what we draw. That's a 2-drop, that will do the trick. Well, that's inconvenient. Now I can't get use of Appealing Mystic. That's okay. Alright, guess I just won't replace any of this. I think I'll just play the Mystic, and I guess I will just sacrifice it now so I can't have any problems. Alright, goodbye, guaranteed Vorpal. Oh, is that true? That's cool. Alright, guaranteed Vorpal next turn. Alright, proceeding as planned, just not as planned. Oh yes, Black Waltz. I definitely... I hope I have at least earned your subscription for months to come, Waltz. Yeah, right. Okay, so this is all good. Do I... yeah, no, Shroud is solid. Alright, let's go... where to post this? I want to... Alright, so yep, Vorpal this turn, followed up by Reaper as planned. Alright, let's put it on this grove here so that we can also do this. Yeah! Perfect. Ideal Wraithling spawn too. Given it's likely about to get either Mecantered or Lava Lashered, but this is fine because I've got the Chakram to follow it up with. Yep, there's that. Ooh, that was killer. But this is fine. Prepared for this. Oh, he's playing around Frenzy. Sad. Oh, no, he's not playing around Frenzy. Awesome. Oh, come on, make up your mind. He's teasing me. Alright, Chakram time! Yeah! Actually, I should have gone up and attacked that first, so mistakes have been made because I was so excited, but this is fine. I can just also... Reaper is good to follow up with, although not quite ideal. Right. I guess I could kill this off, but I'm not really worried about killing it off. Let's just get that base damages in. Reaper's a great follow-up, but I would like to dig for a Revenant. I don't really need this Shroud. That may be an even better follow-up. Just an on-curve Vorpal, hard to beat that. Alright, what's he got? What's he got? Probably doesn't have another Cantor. Do we want the on-curve Vorpal, or do we want... Ah, shame. I knew I should have finished that off, but oh well. Alright, on-curve Vorpal or Reaper and BBS. Let's go for Reaper just so we can wall ourselves in here. Alright, what's he playing? He's playing Blood Tear. Mildly obnoxious. But it is what it is. Alright, I'll need 2 of these banishes. Alright, so let's get the Reaper. Position isn't too important, but right there prevents us from him. Yeah. Alright, well, there we go. Sad. Blood Tear. Blood Tear messed me up. He has gotten pretty perfect draws here. Yeah, there will definitely giveaway will be after this game, so got a few more minutes to get in your request here. Oh yeah, got another chakram. Good stuff. Alright, what do we got? Rebuke. Alright. He didn't know about the Frenzy Rebuke interaction. Oh, that poor bastard. He didn't know. He didn't know. Oh. Oh. I believe you've already gotten one today, Coco. Poor bastard. Well, let me frenzy him one more time for good measure here.
Victory.
Poor guy. Oh. He didn't know. Alright, let me get this giveaway set up here. I should have tipped him. I should have tipped the poor guy. No, you have 2 entries, King Coco. Alright, okay, OBS, alright, so you do a thing. Alright. Make this thing work here. Alright, well, we're doing the giveaway now, Alex. At least I'm setting up for it very slowly here. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Last chance to get one in if you haven't yet. 30, 31. Useless Pagel. Sorry, Faithfuls. That's just not happening. I'm not redoing that. Alright, so there's your number counts. Now I need to get a random number generator. Why about you can only get one per day? Okay. New tab. Dice roller. Okay. Let's get OBS to cooperate with us. We need one more window capture. Add a window capture. And this one needs to be Chrome. There we go. Oh, hold on. I may have... Yeah, you can enter. You're just in time here. Yes, he's right here. Oh, right. OBS does not like lack of compatibility mode here, but black screen is messing this up. Okay, hold on. I can fix this. It's just 3 orbs. Alright, okay, I gotta launch something in compatibility mode to get it to work with. Let me just find another browser. I'm sure I've got Internet Explorer on here somewhere. Move. Alright. Internet Explorer. Well, let's see if that just works. No, why did I do that? I needed to launch you in compatibility mode. Alright. Explorer. Alright, Internet Explorer. Let's see. I need to launch it in compatibility mode to make it work with OBS here. Properties. General security. Where is that at? I can't remember now. General. Okay, general advanced. No, that's not it. Curses. Hold on. All right. Idea. Properties. All right. Advanced. Nope, that's not it. Advanced. That's still not it. There's the compatibility. Alright. Run this in compatibility mode for Windows 7. Apply. Okay. Try to open it up. Alright, there we go. Hopefully now that will. Well, I use Chrome mostly, but Chrome isn't cooperating with OBS here. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, add dice roller. Come on, OBS. Alright, add a window capture. Window capture. Oh no. It's not going to work. Well, still just an awkward black screen, isn't it? Well, curse you, OBS. Alright, okay, I can fix this. I just have to restart Chrome completely here. Alright, restarting Chrome, and then it should work. Sorry, I didn't expect OBS to be so uncooperative. But it usually is, so I guess I should have expected it. Alright, running in compatibility mode. open up. Sadly lost all of my chat because I had to close my window and wrote Duelist, then Chrome. Yeah, I know. This is what I do. I break things. Alright, last try. Alright, Chrome, come on, work with me here. Window capture 3. There we go. Alright. Let's shrink that down so we can see what we're doing here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright, now I just need to get that where everybody can see what's going on here. Well, Duelist isn't really so important now. You guys can just not look at the Duelist client for a bit here and look at what's really important right now. There we go. Okay, so how this is going to work is I wrote down everybody's numbers. Yeah, of course. Best. Alright, so everybody's numbers are written down, so we went up to 32 things here. I certainly hope the spirit orbs aren't original, so I can just roll a 32-sided dice. Alright, okay, so let's see. One of these is roll 21. Alright, so roll. Alright, I rolled a 1d20. Alright, okay, so I have 32 chances here. So I will roll this 32-sided dice, and whatever the number comes up on, that's who wins. Yep, it's after 3 o'clock. Dramgazer, you are in right there at the bottom of the list. So let's see who's got this. I rolled a 16. Who is number 16? That looks like Yazik. Is Yazik here? Is Yazik here? Oh no, he may be gone. Well, he has until my next stream to collect. He can come either before this stream ends or at the beginning of my next stream, and then he can get it. If he doesn't show up before then we will give it to somebody else. Well, he has a small grace period, so hopefully he will be able to make it back in time. Alright, time to get this resituated here. Alright, Yazik is our winner, most likely. He has until... I don't know if I'll be able to stream. I know for sure I can stream Sunday, but I can probably squeeze in at least a short one tomorrow to resolve our giveaway. So I will make sure I do that. That can go. Whoa, that's awkward. OBS, stop doing things. Off. Off. Nope, not that one. There we go. Alright. Let's just have you all the way blown up again. I can play some Cassava if that's what you'd like to see. I've been meaning to get some tests on her anyways. Oh no, did the stream crash? Or... Hold on, I need to restart my browser again, so I'm not going to see anything you guys are saying. One moment. I mean, I can look at it at the replay later, but I won't be able to Spawned live immediately. Alright, so Cassava, you say? Alright, so I have two main Cassava lists right now. Oh, actually, I mean, I do have a third one I've been working on as well, but where you be, Cassava? Looking for mid-range Cassava, my famine Cassava list. Is this it? This could be it. That looks right. Yeah, that's it. I do not see Varix working well for Cassava at all. Alright, so this list is... name it properly. Of course, now my duelist client crashed again. Oh boy, everything is breaking today, isn't it? Alright, I guess I have to restart my duelist client. Oh, this is quite the ordeal. Alright, duelist. Try this again here. Alright, so my famine Cassava list is sort of a very tempo / control oriented list. It's abusing both Thunderhorn and Deceptibot. Deceptibot pairs with Nightmare Operant as the only other mech in the deck, allowing you to pull out Mechazords with some modicum of consistency. Thanks to a combination of Nethermeld and Lure, you can get both. You can really get a lot of mileage out of Thunderhorn and Deceptibot. Then we're running both of the Sentinels just for the mind games and as a card advantage engine. And I've been favoring, Healing Mystic and Azure Herald over stuff like Blade and Void Pulse because Desert Vet, you really need bodies on the field to not die to Desert Vet. So let's just hop into game. You guys saw the list briefly. I chatted about it. I didn't get to rename it. It's still named Mid. It didn't want me to rename it. That crashed the client, unfortunately. There she is. But, yeah, let's go give her a whirl here.
Vanar versus Abyssian.
I recognize his name. He's a pretty good Vanar player. I don't remember what he's playing lately. Spell Sentinel should be very good in this matchup. Alright, I don't need the Nethermeld this early, and if I'm opening with the Zareth, I don't need the Healing Mystic this early. Still don't need the Nethermeld this early, though opening with Nightmare Operant is pretty nice, but I think I'd prefer the Zareth, especially since he's gonna Warbird me in a second here. So let's move on up and play this relatively defensively here. Yep, that's solid. We should get ourselves a nice Fiend out of his Warbird. And Fiends are not to be underestimated! Sistering. I'll get at least one Fiend here. You have been mind-gamed, sir. And now I can Nightmare Operant and play another one! Yeah! Yeah, let's do that. Solid, solid. Actually, I meant to play my Nightmare Operant, not the Fiend, but this is fine. What's he gonna play? Aspect Shimzar. He's blowing all his removal on the Sentinels, so I will take it. I still get another Fiend. Ooh, right, well, I guess that hurts. But it is what it is! I didn't even get the draw from that, but that's alright. Okay, so let's go ahead and... Alright, let's get that Nightmare Operant out, finally. Alright, you need to go. And then you need to get a Creep Tile on you. Actually, I probably should have put Creep Tile closer so I had a Nether Melt potential. I can ping it next turn. I don't need the Betrayal in this matchup. I can ping the Thunderhorn next turn. Let's get this Nightmare Operant in his face and back off a bit because our health is a little low right now. He's already used a Hearth Sister, so it's very unlikely he has a second one. So, not impossible. But even if he has, we've separated. It's true. It's true. I don't hate Songhai, though. I just hate Spell. Oh, he did have a second Hearth Sister. Brutal! Ow! I wonder what Sentinel that is, though. Curious. Very curious. I need to dig for some health here. It's actually probably the minion switch Sentinel with how far back he's played it. Interesting. Let's see what Sentinel this is. I'm pretty sure that's actually the minion switching Sentinel, so let's do it right here. Or I could kill it. That's also an option. But my health is pretty uncomfortably low right now. Okay, I've got a hair. Yeah, I think let's just kill it before it turns into a problem. Yeah, the way he set that up, it had to be a minion switch Sentinel. Now I just need to find either another whip or another nether melt. Stunned, alright. My health continues to go down here. I mean, I've got quite a bit of healing in the deck, but just not showing up. Alright, so I'd like to find myself Desolator here. Alright, so I can body block to secure that. Okay, well let's draw a card and make a decision. Alright, Bender can go. Of course, Bender would have been not a terrible play there either. Now I can. I think I'm going to double Azure Herald here. I can save the Thunderhorn for later. Alright, well, that's a halfway decent recovery there. I am running out of time for the day, though. Really need to find myself a desolator here. But Deceptibot's not bad by any stretch. Ooh, is that a luminous charge? Yeah, it is. Is he gonna stay in contact with it? Oh, he's just force exploding it. Alright. Neat. That definitely hurt. And another Heart Sister. Jesus. Okay, so I really need... There we go, that's who I needed. Do I wish to risk it? No, I need that in hand. I'm going to need that healing to survive my current state here. So, alright, make sure, so next turn I can Decibot Desolator. Okay, Zerath can top off my hand. Whew. Also doing the heals now. And I am locked in. Oof. Oh, brutal. That may be game over right there. I mean, I guess I could double Desolator, but that's not going to get me out of this. Let's see. So double Desolator puts me at 6 health. And then I die. Can't. I can do this and still die, but no, yeah, can't win them all. Yeah, just got aggroed, didn't get enough healing. We'll have time for one more game. What should it be? Another shot at that Cassava list, see if I can get it to perform a little better. Should I try a different cast list? Break the game for the win. I already did that. Enough today. Alright, I can always play Lilith. I'm always happy to play Lilith. More Big Abyss request. Well, I'm perfectly happy to oblige that. Alright, what do you guys want? Do you want more Magmar, more Vath, or more Lilith? I'm not really up for aggro casts. I mean, unless there's an overwhelming majority vote for it. But yes, what? All right. Who wants what here? So my last game for the afternoon here. I'm not playing Alita unless somebody Sorry, like Alita's just not good. I'm not playing her unless somebody subscribes for it. Like Alita would require a subscription. You non-subscribers, you guys can pick out of my existing decks, but don't try to make me play something terrible like that. At least not for the last game here. All right, I saw 1, 2, 2 for Lilith. Well, all right. Well, I got 2 for Lilith, and I like playing that deck, so I'm happy to oblige there. Alright, my go-to Lilith deck it is. I mean, if somebody subscribes, I will even play a second game past my time limit here with Alita. Yeah, Mr. Mana's right on the money there.
Vitruvian.
Yeah, for a subscription, I would play one more game even as Alita. But otherwise, this is going to be the last one here. Alright, so we're up against most likely Desert Vitruvian, so bodies are good, but I can get those later. We'll open with the Healing Mystic. Try to find our signature turn 2. Demonic Lure has lost a lot of value in this matchup because we see the Blast card frequently now. So just a normal turn 1 Mystic. Let's see what we get from here. Oh, it's Blob, too. Alright. It's a bit early for the Revenant, especially since we don't have a... Black Waltz has already put in his subscription request for the day and had me explode the game. It's a bit early for Rev. Alright. We can deny his globe or wound that. I'm going to go for... yeah, let's wound that. I mean, I'd have been happy to play Kara, but nobody asked for her. Guess I'm just going to hang tight with my hand here. Well, I mean, I could play the Herald, but I may... He's playing Primus, which hints me at aggro, so I'm probably going to want that healing. So I think I'm just going to hang tight, hold on to my resources for now. I'm protected from a desert for this next turn, and I'm contesting globes, so call that good. Ah, there's a Darkfire. I may still get that early Vorpal here. there's that Thunderhorn, so I'm actually probably going to go for the Banish. Ah. It's true. 35, 300. I think those were both your requests, weren't they? You're like, play Arcade Escabissing. I'm like, alright. 35, 310 Abomination. Play a mill deck. Alright. Game explodes. Well, he's made 2 targets I wish to remove here. I think I'd like to try and keep him from getting to this globe. Well, I also could Chakram. I could also Chakram to clear this and keep me out of range of the Thunderhorn. Not great. Puts me up vulnerable to... Okay, there we go. Alright, so Dispel the Primus. Pop the Thunderhorn. Put the Mystic here, so... I guess that doesn't really matter, but... Alright, yep. Not the best, not the worst. I could get hit by a desert, which would suck, but for him to desert, he has to trade into Healing Mystic, and that would be fine. Looks like he's going to go for that desert turn, which is fine by me. Oh, no desert. Okay, he just traded in just 'cause. Fine. Alright. Gonna clear it off. I'm pretty happy with this hand right now, because I know it's going to be hard to get Chakrams to stick, so I'm going to hang out with it. So clear this. No, I'm just going to have to walk. Alright. See what we draw here. Oh, well, no, we'll do BBS. Alright. There we are. There we are. Got the beefy one at my back here. That way I pretty much can't fall to a... And we'll lock in the... Lock that in as well. Alright. So we've got a good Chakram turn set up. That can't get away. And if he... Well, we'll see what happens here. Chakram is most likely what is happening next turn. Bone Swarm. He may get that desert play yet, which would super suck. Yeah, there it is. Ouch. Well, alright, so Chakram's not happening now, unfortunately. I think it is time to... Well, Vorpal's just going to get one of there. Okay, so let's go for the Reaper and the ping on this Spelljammer. So I'd rather the Reaper get Blood of Bear than the Vorpal. May have been wasteful since he might just trade in with the Spelljammer. And he got really lucky there. Like he A needed... If that Dervish spawned anywhere else, I would have been able to play both of my units to where I was completely safe from loss in the desert. He not only needed to get that 1 in 6 spawn, he then also needed Bone Swarm and loss in the desert. That was an incredible amount of luck for him. Oh, this is Blob, isn't it? In fact, I don't even know what list he's playing. He's playing... Yeah, right. Me and him talked about this list. Okay, well, I can do double desolator shadow spawn. That will work. I've got the Revenant set up for the near future here, but yeah, I'm going to need these double desolators here. Alright, so now I can safely retreat to either side. I'm going to go that way because I have more room to run that direction. If I don't just die, I've got lots of ways to recover. Ah. Ah, well. Yeah, not very, very strong deck. Very brutal. And he got just the perfect amount of luck there. But that is all I have time today. So unless somebody gets a quick subscription in now, I will have to see you guys tomorrow. I'll do a short stream around 12 o'clock tomorrow to give Yazek his chance to claim his orb win, his orb prize. And if he doesn't show up, then I will re-roll. I did the orb draw, and Yazek won, but he is not here. So he has until noon tomorrow to show up. Well, he has to show up at the stream around noon tomorrow. I'll give him maybe an hour or so. If he doesn't show up, then I will do another drawing at the end of tomorrow's stream. But that's all I got for today, guys. Have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by. Death Advocates signing out.